Back of these. So today what we're going to do is we're going to try to put in any ventilation systems, and I'm not exactly 100% sure what I'm doing here, so I might just do some generic stuff to show you. Yeah, yeah. Because I haven't fully plotted out the escape yet. That's the interesting part. A lot of times the escapes to me are part of the theme of the prison. This is going to be one where we're going to actually create the escape after we've made the prison. So I don't really know what ventilation systems I need, but I do know I'm going to put some here. So let's just talk about how to construct it, what it looks like, and some different things that you might come across in the ventilation system, or that I've come across in the ventilation system. So let's go find the ventilation tiles. There's the vent floors. Right there. And remember, we want to be for vents and roof. We want to be. Oop! Thank you. Another follower. We have. We want to be one tile up for both vents and roofs. So let's go there now. We have to go to layer. We're going to go to vents. Now you're going to still see the old map on the old tiles, and you can see in the upper right here what tile is which. So this is 107 times 0. This is 0 times 0. So this is just keeping track of horizontal and vertical placement on this layout. So if this is right here, let's say you want someone to be standing on their desk, then the place that they would be reaching for would actually be here on the map, because this one would be right over top. So if you pop out of this one, you're going to land on that spot. Okay? So think of it that way. So that's where I want all of the vents. Is going to be one above. You can do it. Is going to be one above where the desks are, and that's always above, even for these. You see, these are actually right above it here in the bars, and these are in the beds, but hey, that's what's above it. Okay, so there we have it. Then I think what we're going to do is we're going to place little vents, stopping them from going out. And we want some vent floor now. We don't want to put the vent floor over where the vent cover is. That'll block it, I think. So we want to put it anywhere else. I want to put one there. I'm going to put it underneath all of those. We can also hide the objects. And I think that you want to make sure you have underneath the vent cover, or the vent slats, you make sure you have ground underneath theirs, because you will cut those, and once you cut those, the vent slats will disappear. And so you want to make sure you have ground underneath those. But you do not want ground underneath the vent covers. I'm going to give a little storage in case somebody, needs it. Whoops. See, now I messed that up. We have to go back here and place that again. Okay, so now there we have it. Not bad. We have a little space. We obviously want some more. So these guys will come out here, and it'll probably just be like one big open thingamajig right here. That seems legit. And that's it. That's really all they need. They're connected to each other. So in case you wanted to come down, say, into this cell and pop out this wall, you could. You could pop out your own wall, you could pop out that wall, all probably smarter than going up here. But hey, it's there. It's not like it's supposed to be the main way they're going to be escaping, or even getting to this rooftop, if there's a way to get to that rooftop. Do we want to include a way to get to that rooftop? Maybe. Let's put something over here. It's technically one above. We don't want to put one there. Let's delete that. Okay, let's put a ladder up, place on ground or vents. So we want a ladder up right there. and we want vertical slats right here. Alright, so let's check this stuff out. We've got the groundwork done of this, and in theory this is going to let us go to the rooftop, but there's a utility door that's only to be used in vents, the vent utility door. If you put other doors up here, it will bug out. Put it right next to it, or we put it one back. Put it one back. Let's be friendly. Okay, so there we go. We got that. Go. Let's. That's pretty much the ground floor done of the floor. I mean, not the ground, but the ground floor of the vents here in this area is done. Except now, if you were to go in a game and test it, you go up there and you could just walk right off the sides. You could just walk off any direction, and you'd be on the map. You could just walk right off the map, and you'd be over. So we got to go to the vent walls. So anything that faces north, it's going to get that. Anything on the top. So you think like this would get it, 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 this would get it. Like anything that's on the top side, they call it north. But you're going to find that some of these are just wrong, because you're going to see in a second. So, for example, you have these two special pieces over here. And you have this corner, the under corner. Let's go fill those in now. There's one. There's one. There's one. Otherwise, the pieces will overlap. Yeah. And then this one over there. Over there. This one along the side, and it goes all the way up, including the top part, to form a wall. You notice we don't put one here, because that would make it look like that, and that would not work. It'd be a small little spot still where you could get off. So let's put that back there, and it forms its own kind of little T-brace there. So let's go back to this guy, no, this guy, and do that for here, 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 here. There. And we're not going to put an extra one on there like we did up for the top. You'll see why in a second. We will put one here to close that part of the wall off. Okay, we won't put one down there. You'll see why in a second. Let's do the bottoms. See, it closes it up nicely. What other bottoms do we have? That would be one, that would be one, that would be one. Now we still got to close the other side right here. So we'll do the same thing for the other side. And this side we just go all the way down. And the entire thing is closed in, and that's how it works. That's pretty much how it works. And you also have seen that there's a special utility door for the vents. Don't use the other doors. I mean, at your own peril, at your own risk. Don't use the doors at all that are over here on any layer than ground. If you've seen my maps before, you've seen the bridge to nowhere. I did use these successfully on the roof, but some of them bugged out. Only certain doors were able to be used up there. So just give it a shot. If you really need doors on the roof or extra doors in the vents, give it a shot, but expect it to bug out. Also, I've seen people try to throw obstacles up there. It's not good. You can walk straight through a box if it's in the ventilation system. I've seen people try to put desks up there in the vents. Nothing seems to work. It all seems to bug out at some point. It usually just puts it on ground layer. So you've got a whole bunch of, like, I don't know, kitchen items and stuff like that that are just out here in the middle of nowhere. So don't do that. If you do, make sure to check, because it's probably going to get busted. So now, what else can we do? Well, let's put in some simple vents pretty much everywhere else. Yeah, let's just create some vents. Let's create some vents here. The vents would have to start one above, so we'll be like right here. Whoops. Whoops. There. That would be like down, that would be down. We can still go over. That just creates one big area for vents if we want one. I don't know if we do want one. Do we want one in here? I think I'd rather do things involving... I don't know. See? I don't know. Let's go ahead and do one there. Let's go ahead and do one... I don't know. I don't know what I want is the thing for the final escape, so I can't really fully do vents like I did over here. I can't fully do it throughout the rest, but I guess everywhere should have some vents, right? Should this have vents? Should this have vents? I don't know. I don't know what I want for the escape. I don't yet to know. We can put vents above these guys. These guys need some ventilation. Should we put some vents going outside? Why not? Why not? Get this place ventilated. Yeah, that works for me. Okay. Let's go ahead and work on that for a moment and just do some more so you can see what I'm going for. We're going to vent there. We're going to actually vent outside. That's a thing I did on Castle Suibhne. We're going to vent there. We're going to vent there. And can we do this? We might not be able to do it. It might be too close together. Oh. No. You'd be coming down into the door anyway. Which I guess is fine, right? Which I guess is fine. These doors don't lock, do they? No. So you're good. You're good coming down into that. But what I cannot do is I don't think I can't place like a U-shaped thing here, so there's got to be at least one more space between them, which is unfortunate for my plan. It is unfortunate. So somebody's got to go. So if we can move you down, we can just eliminate this guy, which would work. He doesn't get. He's gonna be kind of stinky, I guess. And then we gotta like move that guy down. Whoops, down like here, and then he can drop out there. And everybody's happy except for Stall in the middle. I think we're good. Let's see if we can do this puppy up here. Internet fame is cool. Yes, indeed. People like the internet fame. People loving the internet fame. Okay, so this guy goes there. This guy goes there. Those are the only special pieces we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this guy. Tuck, tuck. And what are we doing over here? Nada, nada. Nada mucho. Just gonna close these guys up just a wee bit. Good? Good. He said we're good. And there we go. So technically, if you wanted to, you can get into this bathroom from out here. What's going on there? Yeah, there's not supposed to be anything there. Oh, we could, I guess, put one there. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. So you, in theory, you could have the red key, or you could have a step ladder and go through this way, dropping down. Oh, there's no way to stand again, unless I put something in there. That's fine for now. We're just going to leave it generic. We might involve this in the escape. We might add like a ladder or something behind a door, like over here. I really don't know. Let's say for here we're going to have something go from like one side of it. Let's say we want that. Let's say we want I don't know what we're going to do here. Let me think. What we need, yeah. If we come away from this like so, and we have sort of branching guys like that. Like that to be accessed for what reason? What if you did something like that? Put a ladder up. Yeah, that's kind of good. I think I'm liking what I'm doing with that. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I like it. Because what I'm thinking is like you come up like here or something. You'll come across here. But the way this will be set up will be like a way you need to go, and you'll have to like cut through some electric fence on the roof maybe. Sounds like fun, right? Sounds like fun. I can always move this as well if I need to. It doesn't have to stay right there. I mean, it can if it wants to. If it's happy there. Okay, that's looking good. It's looking good. I'm happy with that. Don't forget these guys. Don't forget those guys. Okay. Okay, we're good, except for the bottoms. And that should be tasty. Should be just lovely. Now, should we be jerks as well over there, or what? Should we make them cut through more stuff? Because I mean, we could be like real jerks and do like this if you want. What's up, son? Yeah, that's fun. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know what? We should also put some of these around here. Is these prisoner stashes? We'll just put a little reward. They should be fine up there in the vent systems, I believe. All right, so that's cool for that. Yep. Okay. Do we want to do anything in the general? I don't know. I'm looking at the generator room right now, thinking about what I would like to do there. Part of me just wants to put one like right here. And put a bunch of things you gotta cut through. So it'd be like, whoops. Be like, and then it'd be like, let's say, ka-chow, ka-chow, like just really simple. Ladder up, ladder up. You just gotta come down there and cut through some slats. And maybe we could put another door there. Oops. Oops. And then we just need the bottom. We don't even need any special pieces. We just kind of have that. You know what? Let's just keep being a jerk since that's the theme. Alright. Lovely. More fun stuff. And it just kind of goes over there. We could make it go elsewhere if we wanted to. Do we want to? We still don't even know what we want to use that area down there for. So I'm going to leave that as it is for now. Call that fine. There's no access into this room below it still. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm just going to say, for now, let's just go ahead and these big areas. Let's just go ahead and grab all these guys and just finish off these huge square things. I don't know what I want to do with this. I really, 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 really don't. What if... Oh, hold on, let's just finish this guy up real quick. Boxed style is very easy to do because you don't have to worry about the special pieces. And it's pretty fast. And then all we're going to do here is make sure that we kind of punch something out from somewhere. That seems legit. It's right over the thing. You could stand on it. We'll put that there. I'm not sure where there's going to be a place to stand. These have desks next to them, right? So computer would be there, desk would be there, so let's put it like right here. That's fine for now. We'll probably do something fancier with these guys. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it as possible contraband storage. But you can see how ugly that both of these look compared to the elegance of this guy and this little guy over here even, and this little guy and this guy up there. These are dictated by their need. This is just a big box. So what I was thinking here is something equal, like what if you had, let's say, a spot there and a spot there, and then you had a panel there and a panel there, and you had a ladder up and a ladder up, and you actually have to get down out of the vent and through there. We might want to change this door to a white door eventually, because I don't want someone to be able to circumvent the escape plan and get like a shorter route. Or do I? Maybe I do want that. If you can figure it out and you know the route, maybe you could start from here instead of starting from your cell. Things to think about, people. Things to think about. For right now, we're going to leave it just like that. So you're going to pop out right there and right there. So it shouldn't be in the wall. And then you can go, you can hopefully maybe come from over here, down this ladder, have to cut and drop your way down, cut and drop your way up, and up there. You pop out right here. Maybe you'll come down here and continue your journey. And maybe I'll change these to white doors. Doors that you cannot go through, son. Okay, I like it. I don't know what I want to do similarly over here with this stuff. So if you're already getting in there with the orange key, what's that gonna do you? Yes. I feel like again over here we might just have some kind of big thing. Whoops. Whoops. It's kind of a big thing over there for right now. And we'll put it, one north of the top part, so you should be able to stand on it. And as ugly as it is, we're just going to kind of make it a nice box. And one thing to remember about these is even though this guy's on the left right here, it's not the left one. That's the one that boxes in the right side. And vice versa. You'll notice it when you go to draw it on the map. It won't look right if you don't do it correctly. Alright, let's do one over here as well. Same sort of deal. I don't think we want one. Whoops. I don't think we want one above solitary. I don't think. Since it's kind of outside, I don't think we want a ventilation system. People don't put ventilation systems inside places like that. Okay. Oops. I was gonna draw it and it didn't work. And same thing over here. And we'll refine these later as we figure out more of the escape. We might even like shrink this building and add on another kind of one of these right here. It all depends what I want to do. And I don't really know. Do I want to bother making anything here yet? Alright, let's bother. Let's put it like up here. Let's put it like, yeah. So you can stand on this guy, and then we'll have like that guy, and we'll have like a guy after he comes down from ladder up. And that looks good. Could also make that a white door. Depends on how hard we want to make it, you know. Depends on how hard we want to make it. I'd like to make use of some different colored doors. Like that's a green door, unless you have the job. I like that kind of maneuverability, that you can make it so that they've either got to get this job, which is a kind of a crappy job, so maybe that could be important. Maybe this is like a good first place to go to. Who knows? I know I want to start by digging from like right here. That was the original idea. But it'd be nice to have a way to dig over to here, knowing you've then got to go up here to get across to here. But then why would we have this, you know? Maybe what we want to do is... Well, we still haven't finished this, so let's go ahead and finish this first before we get distracted by over here. Yeah. Okay. So... let's put a top on. Let's put a side on. Let's put the other side on. Let's put a bottom on. I mean, there's not much to vents, really. You know, not a whole lot to them. We want to keep being jerks. We can keep being jerks. Keep putting the door up there. I don't know exactly how I want this room to function yet, so I feel like Is that a thing I want to do? Do I want to do vents in here yet? Do I want to just do a big square blob? Huh. I don't know. Don't know yet. I really don't know. Let's do something like basic then until. Let's go from like here. To over here. Okay. Let's do a door, because doors are a thing. Let's do a door here. Let's do miscellaneous ladder up right there. Let's do this guy like there, I guess. I don't know. You can always come change it later. Let's do some slats. Let's do slats all through there. Let's do that guy there. Let's do that guy down there. Let's do slats right there and right there. Let's do slats there. And then let's do these specialty blocks. One there. There on the underside. Let's do the top. And top. Top, 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 top. Top, 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 top. Side. 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 Other side. Don't forget that little guy there. Other side. That should be it, except for bottom. And bottom. Yeah, there we go. That seems pretty satisfying. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Now we've got all the main buildings, vents done, except over here. And I'm really not sure what I want to do with that. I really am not. I don't know. I do not know, mate. I do not know exactly what I want to do. Do not know. Do not know, you see. Well, the escape is becoming clear in my mind, so that's good. Let's do something over here, though. What do I want to do over here? I feel like, for some reason, I want to do something like this. I know, it seems funky, but I kind of want to do it. So, like, you're going to be able to stand on this stuff. If we go to the ground layer and there's desks in there, you're going to be able to stand on this and see that there's stuff in there. But you can't access it. Like, there's just no access at all. You have to come from over here. And for that, we are going to need a maintenance area. So we're going to have to do that on the ground layer, maintenance area. And we're going to have to think about what we want to do over in this space. Like, I don't like this being one big block. What if we kind of deleted some of this down? Like, I don't know. Okay. Okay, I can buy that, I guess. Oops. And then more of that, yep. Some of that. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. There we go. Now even that looks better than it used to, right? I feel like there should be a ladder up right here. I feel like there should probably be a door. Make sure it's vent door right there. And I feel like we should sprinkle some of these guys around. Okay, interesting. Let's see. And what else could we put in here? Could do like a double. And we could put a prisoner stash back there. This still looks wrong being so big, and I think this looks wrong too. Can we try this again? Yeah, that doesn't really work very well there. Oops. That kinda works. What you're saying though is why not just continue this over, huh? Okay. Maybe we don't need this whole thing either, now that I think about it. That looks better, a little more streamlined. And we could even bring this line up as well. I want to see blue. That's not the line I want brought up. I want to bring just this guy up. Yep. And that way, whoops, we broke something there. There we go. That makes me think we should just bring this guy down too. Look at this. Just streamline and everything. Except for this guy. And why not throw in one more of these guys here? Is it too gratuitous? That looks better. Okay. So I'm liking most of these places here. We do have to add in, I think we want to do some modifications to the ground level. But I think for right now we're good. I don't think I've left anything out of the vents themselves. I think you've got all the information you need to do proper vent system. I've shown you a couple different ways you can do that. Showing you this little flower arrangement, doing it kind of separately, individual, like fingers, like these guys, doing small ones, essentially just two box, different ideas. So hopefully this inspires you. I may still do something over here, but I'm not sure what I want to do at all, so I'm not going to do anything yet. I don't want to do anything over solitary just yet. I will probably change these guys as well as the need is required. But you get it. There's nothing else I've left off. Again, I wouldn't put any other objects up here, like computers or bookcases or desks. I would stay away from that. Just ladders up, ladders down. I don't have any ladders down here yet, do I? That's interesting. That go on ground level. Or sorry, go on vents or roof going down to ground level. Yeah, I don't. They're all ladders up. They are indeed all ladders up. Okay, cool. So we'll keep that in mind, but you can place ladders down also into a system if you want to be able to be accessed down from a ladder that might be, say, there. So don't put anything besides ladder up, ladder down, vent cover, slats, and vertical slats up there. And the orange key door. That's vents utility as versus the normal utility. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.